Faves, welcome back. It's Lorena, and today we are here with our February and a couple of January favorites. I skipped January because unfortunately I had to go out of town for a family matter. It wasn't like a bad thing. I went to like a birthday party in Arizona, but like late January, early February, and by the time I got back and could film, it was just too late in the month, and I was just like, you know what? We'll just combine them later. So that is what we're doing today. I have quite a few things to share with you guys, so let's just hop into it, why don't we? Hope you guys had a great January, February. Hope the year's going well for you so far. For me, it's going pretty good, actually. Can't complain. So yeah, hopping into things. The Garnier The Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water actually really surprised me. I had heard so much hype about this, seen it for years in Europe, and was just like, I wish they'd sell that here. And heard so much about Bioderma that I bought that one online, and then I hated it. I didn't find it did much for me. It did not take off my eye makeup remover, my eye makeup at all. I hated Bioderma. It was like a bunch of nothing. Like, I don't see why it's so hyped up. But this one, again, a ton of hype, but I was like, you know, for the price, it's a much safer option to give a try to. My girlfriend and I, my coworker and I were shopping and almost bought it. My girlfriend and I went a couple of days later to Ulta, and it was buy one, get one half off, so we each bought one and split the cost. And honestly, it's like $6, $7 at most, and it is totally worth it. Like I said, I had tried Bioderma, which is always compared to this, and I find this way more effective. This like really, really like upped the game for me. I was like, wow, did not expect to love this as much as I do. Does not irritate my eyes, which is a huge problem for me. I had purchased the Sephora Super Jelly Makeup Remover, the 2-in-1 waterproof stuff. This burns like a mother pucker. I think it's been discontinued for a good reason. So if you're looking for a good eye makeup remover that won't burn your eyes, that won't do anything except remove your makeup the way it's supposed to, this is the way to go. It's actually just as amazing as everybody says, and take this from a huge skeptic. I was like, no. But yes, girl. Yes. It's totally worth it. Moving on, I have really been loving this Wet n Wild One Step Wonder Gel nail polish. Don't mind the fact that my nails are all janky right now, okay? There was a mishap, and I've been trying to remove my nail polish. That's a whole nother story. But I love this thing. It did last me like a full week. It didn't really chip on me. It chipped like 2 little pieces, whatnot, and I work with my hands a lot. I'm a waitress. I wash my hands all the time. I'm not doing dishes, but I'm like moving dishes here back and forth and cleaning after the restaurant and like wiping this down, wiping that down, using chemicals, and my nail polish tends to break down a lot. This did not do that. And it is a one-step. I didn't use a base coat. I didn't use a top coat. I just applied 2 coats of this. I actually did it on the train too, which was impressive. I was impressed. I didn't mess up. I was going to LA, was taking the Metrolink down there, and was like, haven't messed this up yet, huh? We're moving. My skills are getting better. But that doesn't change the fact that this formula itself is really good. Dried quickly, and I didn't have any problems with it at all. So I really recommend these things. I have a baby blue one that I'm going to put on next. Looking forward to that. Then moving on, I've got a setting spray that I basically finished the whole bottle. This is the E.L.F. Makeup Mist and Set with aloe, green tea, cucumber, vitamins A, C, and E. I think they have 2 different versions of this now. This is just like the original one. I love this thing. Works really nicely. I've been using this in conjunction with my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. Love this thing. I really love my CoverGirl foundations. As you guys know, the Ready Set Gorgeous is one that I've talked about for a really long time and worn for a really long time. But this one's running out. And so I was like, going through my foundations, was like, you know, for an everyday basis, I really like that one. Why did I stop using it? So I went back and, yes, rediscovered my love for it. But I'll apply this, give that a second, and it does tend to get a little bit crumbly. So I love this because I can, like, I basically like make sure my face is completely saturated, and then I'll use a sponge, whether it's my beauty blender or the Real Techniques, and just pat it into the foundation, and it just kind of locks better, makes everything smoother, creamier, and gets rid of any powderiness or cakiness. It just works amazing. Like on my nose, I tend to get really powdery, like weird little spots because of my pores. I can always like see that, and takes it away really, really well. And I love that so much. I just dropped it, but I already have a backup because homegirl needs it. So yes, been loving that. Then let's see. My lipstick combo, actually, I want to mention that because I actually really like it. And I was skeptical about this one lip product because I was like, I don't know when I first got it. So that would be, where did I put them? I just had them here. Here we go. There's one. Is that the other? Showaways. Okay, so I am talking about ColourPop. Yes, ColourPop. Everybody's obsessed. So am I. This is Lumiere 2, which is what I have on my base of my lips. This is the matte lip cream. You guys know how these work. You apply it, dries, doesn't go away. I like this. I don't like how purple the shade is. Like, I was very surprised because I don't feel that Lumiere is that much of a purple, but this one is pretty intense. So let's see if I swatch that here, see if it'll show true to color. It looks more mauve on camera, but in person it is like, whoa, what happened there? So I was really surprised, not in a good way. I was kind of like, I don't know if I can pull that off. I was wearing this with Trap for the longest time on top, and that just kind of toned it down a little. But when I went out of town, I gave my mom my Trap, one of these. So I was like, shoot, until I repurchase, because I will. What can I use to kind of tone down that purpliness? And actually, Last Call, which is a Lippie from ColourPop, is just the perfect shade to tone it down. It's what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing this on top of Lumiere 2, and it makes it just pinky enough that it negates all that purple in it. I just think it's a really nice combo. It makes me more comfortable when wearing the shade because I don't feel like I can pull this off by itself. But wearing it in this combo, I feel like, okay, I can do this. It's a little bit on the more like daring side, but it's a little bit less crazy than when I wear it by itself. So, been loving this combo quite a bit. And then another combo that I want to mention that I actually showed you guys in my latest makeup look was the shade High Tea from Makeup Geek along with ColourPop's Valley Girl. These two together are just amazing, but honestly, I love High Tea. I think it's great. It's like a greenish olive gray, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. Love that shade. But the one that really does the trick for me is actually Valley Girl. This is my backup, so I'm just going to grab the original that I've been using. This shade is part of the Blitzed collection that came out over the holidays, and it's going away, guys, so if you can, I would pick up that collection, if only for the shade. This one and That Girl are amazing. This is what it looks like. It is just like this white with gold facets in it. It's neutral enough that you can pretty much wear it over any shade. If I want to do like a blue with this on top, it just works really well with the mauve, with the purple, with the High Tea, which is like a greenish gray. I just love this color. So that's why I purchased 2 of the Blitzed sets, because I needed a backup. I gave it away, most of it, to a friend, but I wanted this so bad that I was like, screw it, I'll just buy 2. Like, that's how good this is. So I highly recommend this. Grab it before it goes away, because once it's gone, and it's breaking my heart just to think about it, because, you know, they will eventually run out. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my beauty-related favorites. I do want to mention a couple of failures. Not because I love them, not because I love mentioning bad stuff, but because if I can save you money, why not? Starting off with the CoverGirl, the Maybelline Color Tattoo. They give CoverGirl too much. Pencils. I love their Color Tattoo pots, but these, not worth the money. They don't blend very well. The pigmentation goes away once you do blend. So it's just, I don't know. It comes on kind of patchy, and once you try to blend it, it's just kind of, like it's doing better on the back of my hand. It's like right here. But on my eyes, it blends away to nothing. And I really just don't like them, which is a disappointment because, like I said, I have an extensive collection of the pots, but, I mean, look at that. If it stayed like that on the lid, it'd be amazing, but it doesn't. So, not so good. Once you blend it, it just kind of disappears, and the metallic factor goes away. I just was really disappointed with these, not gonna lie. And then, one that I absolutely hate, is the CVS Non-Acetone Nail Polish Remover. That's why my nails are so janky, because I tried removing my nail polish with this last night and was just like, no, I give up. I've tried it a few times, so you can tell I gave it a good shot, but it just dries my nail beds and my hands. Like, they look like skeleton hands. Like, they are completely chalky, white, dry, cracked skin. I hate it. It is the most horrifying nail polish remover I've ever tried. Do not get it. The purple one works great. And that one has acetone. Does not dry my nails as bad as this. I can't stand this thing. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Alright, moving into non-beauty favorites, I did want to mention a couple of movies because they were so much fun. So the first one surprised me because I do not like outer space movies. Don't get me wrong, I like sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars, all that stuff, I'll enjoy. When it comes to like Gravity, Interstellar, Mission to Mars, you know, that kind of stuff, I hate it. I get so bored. I'm like, oh my gosh, when are they going to get to the stinking planet? Like, I'm not the type to enjoy those movies. But I purchased The Martian for my boyfriend recently. I loaned it to a coworker. I would show it to you guys. But he was like, oh, let's watch it together. And I was like, I really have no interest. And he was like, oh, come on, dude. I was like, fine. He's like, I'll buy, like, good dinner, bring it home, we'll watch it together. And I was like, you buying me food? Fine. I loved it. I was laughing through the whole movie. Like, I don't think it was, like, Academy Award nomination worthy. Like, amazing. Like, yeah, he did a good job, but whatever. But the movie itself was really funny. You, like, were kind of on the edge of your seat, like, is he going to survive, is he not? You know he's going to, but at the same time, you're like, how's he going to do it? So it was really fun. He has a couple setbacks, and you're like, no! Like, I really got into it. So I really enjoyed that. And then, I'm going to give this one so much love because I love it. It is Tom Cruise Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Now, before you're like, what? I know. Tom Cruise is kind of controversial. People think he's crazy. They think he's, you know, a few other things, Scientology and all that. I don't care. What I respect is the fact that he does his own stunts and he does some freaking amazing stunts. But this one in particular, I love it because he's not the only badass in the movie. There's the female character whose name I can't remember right now, is so badass, and she doesn't have to screw him to have a lead role. Like, she's badass, he's badass, they're like, let's be badass and work together. They do that, they get stuff done, and then they part ways, and there's no like sexual or relationship or anything like that. They become friends, and I respect that so much because how many action movies don't make this woman into like a badass slut? How many? Like, even Lara Croft, like, freaking Angelina Jolie, she had to sleep with a guy in that movie. You know, it's like, why? Why can't we just have a female who kicks ass as much as the guy, so, and doesn't have to sleep with him? Like, I love this movie because of that. There's some really great action, some really great, like, tricks and, you know, plot twists and things like that. So, regardless of Tom Cruise, who I, like I said, respect because he does all his stunts, and his movies are genuinely fun. I love this thing because it's just like, she is so badass. Like, we finished watching it at the theaters and my boyfriend was like, you're gonna be the one that buys that, aren't you? And I was like, heck yeah, I'm buying it. Did you see her? See her when she was little? That was amazing. And he was like, I knew you were gonna love it for that. And I was like, I know, because it's like totally my thing. That's why Black Widow's my favorite Avenger, because female, kicks ass, better than even freaking Hawkeye, so whatever. But yes, that is pretty much it for my January, February favorites. Hope you found this entertaining. Let me know some of your favorites in the comments down below. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this, subscribe, and stick around for more videos, guys. There will be more to come. Hope you stick around for them, and I will see you very soon.